represent Christ on a daily basis in your life? I have found for me that I can do this throughout my job. I currently work in the siding world with a small company called Siding Doctors. I've been in this business for about 3 months, and through this business, the company has been able to represent Christ through their work ethic. Over the next several minutes, I'll explain how we are able to represent Christ through our work and a little bit about what we do. While working in siding, I've noticed 3 different things between the customers and Jorge Tercero, who owns the business. The first thing I've noticed is that the majority of our work comprises of replacing the work that builders have initially done on the house. Builders often cut corners that cause major problems such as leaking issues or roofing issues. And they do this because they try to make the most profit possible while using the least amount and cheapest materials. This reflects poorly on the builders and the workers because it leaves the homeowners with all kinds of problems once they purchase the house. But because the builders don't have to go back and deal with the problems, they don't care and they just build the house as quick as they can to get out of there. This leaves the builder and workers with a bad reputation and leaves them with a negative reference base. They have low standards for their work because they are just trying to get the job done as quick as they can. They don't really care about what the homeowner thinks because from the outside it looks good, but you can't really tell from the inside. The second thing I've noticed is that by the time homeowners call siding doctors to get the problem fixed, they're glad to have us come out and deal with it because they're so tired of messing with the problem, and it's gotten to a point where it's causing all kinds of more problems that we're able to come and they're glad to have us there. The problems have increased to a point where they're causing internal problems as well as external problems such as warped hardwood, ruined carpet, and the paint on the walls are starting to peel. We are often referred to people that we have previously worked for, so when we get new customers, they already know that we can get the job done correctly and they already have a positive experience with us. The last thing I've noticed is that we're able to represent Christ through the way that we work and how we do our job. Jorge Tercero, the owner of Siding Doctors, believes in doing the job right the first time. This means that we don't have to come back later and refix the problem that we already thought we had fixed. He spends more time using more materials and more expensive materials to make sure that he completely fixes each problem that he runs across. He studies every issue to figure out where it's coming from and where it's leading to, and then fixes the entire problem. Our way of working is so different in the world of construction and home repair that homeowners are really happy when we do the job right the first time. I've noticed that every homeowner is interested in what we do, and that Mr. Tercero explains what we do, why we do it, and how it will fix the problem in the long run. This is because Mr. Tercero believes in having a name that people respect and people can count on. Because Mr. Tercero is a Christian and his standards are set by God, he knows that there's someone who has a higher calling for him, and he works in order to represent the values that Christ has set for us in his daily life. In this day and age, people have a lot of skepticism about the construction industry because builders oftentimes do a poor and sloppy job. Our work ethic causes homeowners to stop and take notice because it's so different from the world today. And this allows us to represent Christ and stand out in the world that we work in. And this is what being a Christian is all about, living what we speak and not just talking about it, but actually representing Christ in our daily lives. Your work can leave a lasting impression upon other people, and it really shows who you are and if you really live what you talk about. In Colossians, it says, "Whatsoever you do, do it unto the Lord." And this is what we at Siding Doctors strive to do in our work on a day-to-day basis.